This is the Roborock Qrevo Curv 2 Flow. My name is Jamie Andrews, and in this video, I'm going to go over all the maintenance needed to keep the mop operational. Starting with the water tank, it does require a decent amount of maintenance in itself. You're going to clean this out, I'd say probably every 2 or 3 times after cleaning your home. I'm going to show you how you can take it apart, because the first thing you'll notice when you open it up, well, a couple things you'll notice is there's always a little bit of water left in the tank. And if you don't clean that water out and it sits for a bit, eventually that will become a smelly mess. And as you also notice, there's not a lot of room to get down in here to clean the inside of the tank out. So I'm going to show you how to take this apart and clean it. All right, so the very first thing you're going to do is you want to take it to your sink and go ahead and pour out all of the remaining water in here before you start taking this thing apart. Next, there are a couple pieces that come off in here, not very intuitive, but I'll show you the easy way to do it. And you'll notice there's a couple of little clips holding this filter in. This is a filter to filter solids from the water so it doesn't clog the plumbing. You want to grab it right here by this piece, and you want to kind of wiggle it out, and it should just come and pop right out. Now you can clean this filter separately in the sink, but look what it does. It gives you access to a lot of the space that was blocked. The other piece that will come right off is this piece right here. That just slips right off. And as you notice now, you have plenty of room to get in there and clean. Now, what I recommend cleaning it with, you can use just a little bit of soap. I wouldn't use anything too harsh because we do have a rubber line in here. So I don't know that I'd use any type of bleach cleaner or anything harsh. But maybe just a little bit of soap and water, let it soak for a bit. And then I use these little small pipe cleaners to get down, because there's a lot of kind of nooks and crannies in here that you'll need to get to in order to clean, because not everything comes off. So I use a pipe cleaner, but once you soak this, it should come clean. The other piece that comes off is around here on the back, this tray right here. It does come off. This is the drip tray for the roller. When the roller is spinning around in the robot, any excess water that comes off of it will drip down into this drip tray. And so this, you can just pull it off, and it will just come off and gives you access to clean under the drip tray right here. And then you want to clean this piece of plastic as well. So we've got these 3 parts here that all come off to make it easy to clean this. And then you can put it back together. This just simply goes right back in this tray right here, snaps in place. And then this just slides on top there. And then this will slide right back in and pop into place. Now you want to make sure it's in securely, and then you close it, and then that is it for the maintenance of this guy. By the way, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can pick up some of these pipe cleaners. Now for the robot itself, there's a bit of maintenance that you need to do here. First, to get this roller off, there's a little button you push here on the end. Push that in and lift, and the roller will come right off. One of the things that I like that Roborock did is they allow this roller to kind of clock in the upright position. That makes it easier to clean inside of here. Now, this little yellow piece right here comes out, and this is the opening hole that drains excess water into the water tank that we just cleaned right here. So water gets removed from the roller, drips through this access hole and lands here, and then gets sucked up into the water tank. So that's the way that works. But this is something that needs to get removed and cleaned. This is a dirt filter that keeps all the solid particles out of the water tank, which could cause clogging in the plumbing. So it's important to remove this ever so often. And make sure that you clean this. Another good use for the pipe cleaner is cleaning this out. So you can rinse this off in the sink and then put this back in. Let me rinse this off real quick, and I'll show you how to put it back on because it is a little bit tricky. All right, before we put this back in, you should take a few minutes while it's out to go ahead and clean in this roller area. Now, some people may scoff at this and not like the fact that this is something that they have to take off and clean. And look, I totally get it. However, the alternative is that you end up getting all the solid dirt and debris building up here in the roller housing, which can clog the water outlets that supply clean water to your roller and just make this a real nightmare to clean. So even though this is something extra to clean, I really prefer and am glad to see it here on this unit. So you want to just take a cloth and wipe this out. And like I said, there's not much to wipe out in here because it does do a good job of kind of self-cleaning this area. But make sure, and this is why having that roller clock in the upright position is so very helpful. And it's the first robot I've seen that that will allow you to clock that roller in the upright position. So it's really nice and handy feature to have. All right, so this doesn't have to be perfect. It will continue to kind of self-clean itself. But while we're in here, we'll go ahead and wipe most of this out with a clean cloth. All right, now back to this. I said earlier it was tricky, and the reason it's tricky is because there are two ways that you might think this could go in, but there's actually only one way it does go in. So we're looking at these black marks here, and they coincide with these three black marks right here inside the robot. Easy way to remember how it slides in is to remember that this needs to be pointing up. So if you find this and you point this up, and you put this down in here, and you can slide this in, and there you go. That's the way it should be oriented, with this pointing straight up, because that is your water drip for your drip tray. So always remember that when you're putting it back in, and you'll be just fine. The next thing, really don't need to clean anything on the roller itself. It does a really good job of self-cleaning. You're just going to stick it back on, give it a little firm push, and then you're going to pop it back in place. Honestly, this is one of the easier rollers that I have used to disassemble. Kudos to Roborock for making this really easy. And lastly, you're going to go ahead and reinstall that dirty water tank here on the very back. It just clips right into the back there. While it is true that roller mops do require more maintenance than their counterparts that have spinning or vibrating mop pads, they really do a great job at cleaning your floors. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe for more content just like this and some more upcoming reviews on robot vacuums. And we're getting into the season of robot mowers, so I'll have the latest on my channel very soon. I appreciate you watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.